Chair now recognizes Ms. Luna? The gentlelady from Florida, Ms. Luna.
To follow up on some questions asked by Mr. Edwards earlier, what is the DOE's process for to catch the taxpayer dollars that were going to Chinese affiliated companies? Like, do you have a oversight that looks into people before you award contracts? The reason I ask that is because obviously the CCP's been known for corporate espionage, and obviously with you guys, I'm sure that there needs to be probably a bigger set of oversight and security for that before you guys are awarding government contracts.
Yes, and again, thanks for this question. We know it's a big issue, a big concern to you and to us. So, we do due diligence on every applicant that we are thinking is in the zone of being meritorious for an award. So we do due diligence around ownership issues with countries of greatest concern. And we are doubling down on our capability to do that. So we've always done that in what we call a pre-selection phase. And by selection, I mean it's a meritorious project, and we would like to select and then actually enter into a deeper negotiation to get to the point where you actually award money. A lot of standard terms and conditions that companies need to agree to get a government award. And during that whole post-selection process, we do even more due diligence around these types of foreign concerns.
Are you guys doing anything currently to promote domestic energy production?
We're doing a lot to promote domestic energy production and utilization of domestic supply chains.
So one of the biggest issues that I'm currently seeing exist in Congress is a lot of people will talk about clean energy, but it's not really clean, especially when it's tied to China or Chinese productions, for example, windmill manufacturers, right? So I guess what I'm trying to say is instead of facing a global climate crisis, we're facing a global China crisis. And I'm sure that you would agree, just kind of yes or no real quickly, do you agree that China is one of the biggest threats to our climate as a whole?
China is a big emitter of greenhouse gases. Correct.
And those greenhouse gases do not stay contained in the China region, correct?
Right, it's a global pollutant,
Yes.
right.
How about you, Honorable Donaldson?
That's a little out of the lane for an inspector general.
No, I mean, it's just your opinion. I'd like to know because you guys are obviously in important positions, and I want to see your view and perspective on that.
That's certainly what's reported.
Okay, so I think that if there's any way that you guys can help kind of tailor that and make sure that we're not doing anything to really enable these companies and corporations, I think that that would be the best thing. I guess my last question for you would be, we're currently seeing that China has a insanely big monopoly on critical minerals that we need to produce some of these things for electric vehicles. What would you say would be the best way that we here in the United States could handle that instead of outsourcing some of these operations to other countries like China, for example? Would it be domestic harvesting, production?
We are very interested in building out the critical mineral material supply chain in the United States to the extent that the United States will embrace this in different ways. You know, it's many parts of that that landscape. In addition, I think we're very engaged with a number of international allies so that we can have strategic alliances where we can work together.
What allies are those, just so I know?
Like like Canada, Australia. There's a list of countries that also have resources that we work with around opportunities for critical minerals and materials.
Do you know if anyone's tied to BRICS, any of the BRICS countries?
We can get back to you on that.
Okay. The reason I ask is because BRICS is currently working to undermine the U.S. dollar as a whole by forming an alliance, and they're tied with China. So
right.
I just want to make sure. Thank you very much, Chairman. I yield my time.
Thank you, Chair. Now